Welcome back to Frequency Medicine, the podcast for intuitive women, energy healers, and soul-led seekers who are ready to come home to their bodies, regulate their nervous systems, and fully activate their sacred gifts. I'm your host, Fiona Waddell, transformational energy healer, medical intuitive, and guide for the woman who's ready to reclaim her body as a portal for healing, clarity, and wild remembrance. Each week, we explore the intersection of science, spirit, and the sacred so you can rise in your power, embody your frequency, and expand into your purpose. Take a breath, get comfy, and let's drop in. Channeling, downloads, and decoding the field. Trusting what comes through and making sense of the unseen. So welcome back. And this is a topic near and dear to my heart. There are so many different approaches to this. So I just wanted to go back to the basics and at least give you guys a strong foundation on the topic. So let's put this in perspective. Have you ever had a moment where something just landed? You weren't thinking about it. You weren't forcing it. You were just playing with the cats, taking a shower, driving the car, and bam, a message, an idea, a sentence, a knowing. That's what many people call a download. Or maybe you felt words tumble out of your mouth in a reading or chatting with friends that you didn't plan to say. And sometimes actually afterwards, you don't even remember what you actually said. And you're like, where did that come from? I can't even, like, now when I'm teaching, I say to students, if you're not taking notes and I say something prolific, please, for the love of Pete and Moss, don't ask me to repeat it because I can't. It just comes out. That's the edge of channeling. Today, we're going to demystify the unseen. So, what channeling actually is and what it's not. The difference between a download and a distortion. How to tell what's coming from the field and what's coming from fear. And how to strengthen your intuitive clarity so you don't get lost in the noise. So let's get something clear right off the bat. Channeling isn't about becoming someone else. It's about becoming more you. We're energetic sovereign beings. We're not handing our energy off to anything. True channeling happens when the nervous system is regulated, your energetic field is clear, and your ego steps aside just enough to let pure resonance flow through. You are a tuning fork, a satellite dish. I actually use that example in my empath class. The average person is walking around with 2 or 3 dishes, but a highly sensitive person or an empath or someone stepping into this world, it's like we gain like 40 dishes at once. Or we're a fractal of consciousness, this repeating cycle of messaging. When you channel, you're not leaving your body. You're actually becoming deeply embodied, allowing your frequency to sync with the higher intelligence. Now, that could be, it ranges like your higher self. You're just tuning into your light self that doesn't get involved in the day-to-day, or a divine archetype type, ascended master or ancestor, a galactic being or interdimensional guide. That's my sandbox. Or the unified field itself, source intelligence in vibration, or the Akashic records, just tuning into the cloud, or the collective. What's important is this. When you're channeling, you are the translator, not the passive vessel. When you're channeling, you can't help but have a piece of you there because it's physically in your body, like it's a part of you. So you're not a passive vessel. You're not at the mercy. You're aligned. You're in sync. which means discernment is your superpower. You are still in there. You can choose when it starts, when it ends. Here's the thing. The field is infinite. Signals are always transmitting, but you decide what channel to tune into. Think of it like a cosmic radio. There's music, static, news, noise, and soul whispers, but you hold the dial. So, for example, with me, I work with my council of 27. I work with them, but they also help me work with others. And we choose a certain path, or I go in with a certain expectation. So I'm in control. Channeling is more than information, it's attunement. So, the difference between channeling and downloads. Downloads are a little different. They're often fast, light speed, bursts of information that land in your field, kind of like zip files. You may feel them as like a phrase or an insight that repeats in your head. This one happens to be a lot like a repeating phrase. A body shiver or gut flash, or a full-blown image or vision you can't shake. Like you keep dreaming of this one thing over and over again. Think of a download as data. Channeling is more like a dialogue. You don't need to be in a trance to get a download. You just need to be open, present, doing daily work, so expanding your knowledge, and attuned. And again, your nervous system plays a huge role here. Because if you're in survival mode, your body isn't wired to receive downloads. It's wired to stay safe. Keep me alive. No signal gets through when your system is flooded with cortisol. So here's a little metaphor for you. Imagine trying to download a huge file on your computer, but the Wi-Fi keeps cutting out. That's what happens when your energy is chaotic. Regulation equals signal stability, period. So let's ground this even further. In neuroscience, your brain has different wave states. So we have beta, alpha, theta, or delta. So with beta, those are for thinking, working, analyzing. For alpha, we have relaxed focus. Theta is intuitive, meditative, dreamy. And delta is your deep sleep. Channeling tends to occur in theta, a state of calm alertness where your left brain takes a back seat and your right brain, intuitive, creative, becomes dominant. Researchers studying mediums and psychics have seen an increase in theta coherence during readings. Even athletes and artists report this state. It's the flow zone, where time disappears and energy speaks. It's not magic, it's biology. It's when we quiet our inner chatter, the universe can finally get a word in. And when you learn how to shift your wave state on command, you become a much clearer channel. So you can communicate and have conversations. But in between, you have downloads, little drops, golden nuggets. So for me, my journey with channeling and downloads, I used to think I had to earn downloads. Like, I'm working for that download. I hear everybody getting downloads. So I thought I had to like meditate for hours, be on like a super clean. I even tried to be a vegan. Um, I even tried raw for a little bit, not for me. I would do clearings every morning. I would sage the house, at least every other day. It got to the point where it's like doing backflips in front of the moon. I was doing everything and anything, working hard. I was so focused on getting downloads. I was missing the whole point. I wasn't working and expanding myself or my own energy. The most powerful downloads I get come when I'm not doing all this stuff. So when I'm doing the dishes, when I'm taking a shower, when I'm driving long distances, easily every car ride, something comes in, and I'm like, seriously, guys, someone take the steering wheel because that not right now. Or even when I'm journaling and it's just like I'm doodling and just popping and daydreaming, something will come through. Why? Because I'm not trying. I'm calm, my nervous system's relaxed, I'm anchored, and I'm doing work. I'm doing work. And what I mean by doing work is that I'm reading, I'm researching, I'm loading my brain with information that could help me make ideas, connections, and receive these downloads. Instead of running around being focused on getting the downloads, I'm just expanding my knowledge and my consciousness. One of the biggest breakthroughs in my life came while I was in the shower. It came through as you don't need to find the light, you are the prism. It stopped me in my tracks, like totally. Oh, of course, one of my cats is like, oh, that's Mango. If you don't know a little bit about me, guys, I have 6 cats, and I think all 6 are rescues on one level or another. So always get interrupted by a cat. There we go. So it stopped me, like seriously, caught me off guard. That sentence, that phrase became a whole body of work for me. That was my empath empowerment program that I like kicked off my journey. I think I launched that in 2022, but I wrote the program in 2020. It was based on that. It was like an energetic signature, an energy flow that I tapped into, and nothing was forced. I just received it. Another moment while I'm grocery shopping. I in my classes I joke about going into Walmart because the craziest things happen to me in Walmart energetically and also for downloading. I had this voice, this inner voice. It's time to teach the beyond. And I'm like, what? What is like what do I have to teach now? You know, this happens somewhere around like the clothing aisle or something for me, right? And I'm like, what? I hadn't planned it. I'm out here looking for groceries. I'm looking for sales and clearance items because that's what I do. Um, and it's time to teach the beyond, which is now my um, Wise Women Healing program that takes you beyond the energy healing modalities and teaches you to step into intuitive medical intuition, how to work with the energy fields like the auric fields, the chakras, and emotion zones and cord cutting. And it takes you through all of that beyond just the standard energy healing modalities. And I got that download, that little quip walking in Walmart. Hadn't planned it. And so now that whisper has turned into a whole certification program. Downloads don't arrive on schedule, they arrive on your frequency. So just keep studying, filling your mind, expanding, doing the hard things. That's how you receive these clicks, these beautiful sparks. So how to strengthen your channel so you can either channel or get downloads. First one is create a daily field clearing practice. Don't let your channel get clogged with fear, comparison, or energetic residue. Clear your field, man. Salt baths, or if you're like me, you don't have a bath in the house, foot soaks, breath work. I do squared breathing. So 4 in, 4-second hold, 4 exhale, 4-second hold. Do square breathing, you reset. It's our little reset button. Energy brushing. So just, I call it fluffing your energy field and brushing away the energy, or sound work, frequency work. Do that daily. One of those things or something similar, even earthing, walking barefoot on the earth if you can. Second is practice theta induction. So use binaural beats or breath to drop into the theta state. You can also get theta frequencies as well um, on YouTube. Practice scrying with candle flame or water. I share this. It's like one of the first lessons I teach in psychic development is working with a candle flame. It opens that third eye and it's the quickest way into that channel. So let yourself become that symbol, that energy. Third, anchor into the body. You're not meant to float away. I call them floaties. People who are floating, I'm like, I can't, like, I just can't. They're not grounded. They're like, la 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 la. They flow through the psychic fairs and such. They're either readers or they're participants, and they're not anchored. And that's when you just pick up stuff, man. It's not the healthiest energetically. So get into your body. Anchor in the body with either movement, touch, so acupressure, grounding foods, essential oils, sound work. Your body is your channel, it's your subtle energy field. Your intuition is felt, not forced. You need everything working together in unison. You can't be out of your body and expect to receive. You got to be in your body to receive. Fourth, discern the source. Ask, you can ask, is this loving? Is this empowering? Or does this serve my highest growth? Or is this off the highest good? If a message creates fear, division, or dependency, I'm going to tell you to question it. I'm going to tell you to question it. Real guidance uplifts, even when it's direct, even when it's the hard stuff. It'll feel true and uplifting, not putting the fear like a higher power in you. That's not how it works. 5, write it down. Write it down. Downloads fade. They do. They like downloads and channeling fade. I can channel and then not remember. I have to go back and read my notes to know what happened. I might only get bits and pieces I can remember, but I don't remember the whole thing. And I can have pages from a channeling. Um, and sometimes it's just coming out so fast, it's just squiggles and I didn't even write it down. So when you get a download, those little golden nuggets, write it down. If you don't want to write it down, use a voice note. The reason is channeling, it becomes clearer, the messages become clearer, you start connecting the dots. You might be getting messages over a couple of months that it all comes together. It helps you reflect. It helps you reflect, and it also prevents you getting the same message over and over again. Been there, done that, and I have the t-shirt. 6, give it somewhere to land. Create space in your week to receive. Channeling needs containers, not chaos. So maybe it's a walk every Friday, right? Or it's a meditation every other day. Maybe it's 10 minutes of silence while you're sipping your tea. Just make time to receive. You were born to receive. You were born to remember. Channeling isn't for the gifted few. It's for every woman willing to soften her system, clear her field, and listen. You're not making it up. You are tuning in. You are not broken. You are decoding the field. And when you trust what you hear, the whole universe expands. If you want to deepen this work and learn how to clear your field, strengthen your psychic gifts, and become confident in your own channeling, I invite you to look into Unlock Academy. It's my monthly spiritual development space for $33 a month Canadian, and inside you find live classes every Thursday, and you get access to the replays, monthly rituals, and monthly channelings. intuition training, energy protection tools, soul support that will help you activate your life to a higher healing path. This isn't performative spirituality, it's real, raw, and grounded awakening with women who walk their talk. If this piques your interest, head over to www.fionawaddell.ca/Unlock Academy to join us. And as always, like, subscribe, leave a review, share this episode with a sister who needs it. Your frequency matters, your gifts matter. Until next time, stay open, stay grounded, and stay in your frequency.